I know,
but APG's good too.
Yeah, I was going to say, moving across to APG, we saw what he can do still in that Game 5. Slayer going absolutely huge. But it is time, ladies and gentlemen. It is Str8 Rippin versus Team Liquid. Strongholds on Plaza is going to be game number 1. Camouflage, 3 points. Cap those points to score points, 100 points in total to win. First team there will take game number 1. Ghost, who do you want to start this one off with?
I say we start off with APG.
Well, let's do exactly that. APG hot off the back of that stellar performance in that Game 5 against Inconceivable. Going to be putting some shots down on these players. Decides to just pop that barrel. Anyone walking out on that light rifle tongue is going to have problems. Going to take down Rainbow on mid, and that is going to be 3 dead off the start. The Camouflage is still up, but he looks like he's going to be concentrating on just trying to prevent this final Liquid player going for that. It's going to be Penguin, and takes him down with those perfect shots.
Great force shot, but at the same time, great job by Penguin being able to burn that camo. We know that he took some time to get his shields back and then go right for it. 3 of his teammates were dead, so he knew that he needed to make that play.
And a fantastic start here from APG. Finally going to be taken down, so let's hop over to the other side. Let's see what Rain's doing. He had an impressive series, looking for the Ninja and almost hit it momentarily, but Renegade going to make him pay for that one. So let's go over to Renegade as he's off the back of a double kill there. And early on, it looks like control has gone to Str8 Rippin. They have control of the yard and bottom mid, and all of a sudden they have a triple cap in effect as well. So a good start here from the Str8 squad.
Yep, and the last match that they played was actually a Plaza Team Slayer, and clearly they won, and they edged it out. They edged out Boobadoo's team, Inconceivable, so maybe it's, just feeling like home for them right now because they got a very clutch win on that map.
Well, Team Liquid, do answer back with a couple of kills of their own, and they have managed to get control of that bottom mid stronghold. Let's stay on board of Renegade though through respawn as he comes in to help his teammate and clean up that kill on Stella. Is going to be another player on his radar. He's going to charge around the corner, but Renegade says no, and he picks up the shotgun for his...
What is he doing?
I don't know, but he's basically going to pick up that shotgun. He's now in control of the nest area. Str8 Rippin looking so good at the start.
It was like one of those 8-year-old I guess savants on the jungle gym, right? Where he's just using the monkey bars going all around the jungle gym, and just, Renegade, no different. 16 years old, clearly has a lot of practice.
He does indeed. So 34-0 now in the hands of Str8 Rippin. That shotgun in the hands of Renegade as well. So he's going to be patrolling this blue area at the moment. That Camouflage is going to be coming up any moment as well. Penguin, of course, getting that first burn. So Renegade just playing this one nice and slowly. Can walk around this corner and find Stella, but he's going to be back down into blue once again. But it looks like the guys on Str8 have actually lost control momentarily here, and it is actually Team Liquid who are going to be scoring.
Yeah, and it's actually a big loss of control. Not only do they potentially forfeit one of these capture points and these strongholds, but they might not get this Camouflage. Let's see if there was anyone able to burn it. It looks like it was, I think it was Hines who was able to burn it.
Well, burn has come in, as you said, on board with Ace now, as we say, getting so hyped up after last series. Is actually going to be taken down by Stella, though, so fantastic shots coming out of Stella. Let's pop over to Stella as he picks up a double kill, looking for this triple kill in the hotel as well. Team Liquid here looking to put the triple cap into effect, rack up the points, and get back into this game.
Yeah, and look at Tim Rain over there in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. You saw him not only kind of push up and start crouch walking, but then he just went for it. Had that jump on the guy. Really great play by him.
So Stella here, sitting in top nest with this battle rifle, going to be able to pin down all of these players in blue from Str8 Rippin. It looks like Team Liquid do have them on the respawn. We can see the Str8 players rotating back through to that yard, but look at that kill feed. We see Penguin and Rain working together to defend that yard, and the shots coming in from Stella here. That's going to be 2 dead momentarily for the guys on Str8 Rippin, and it looks like with this triple cap, they're going to be tying up the game and potentially taking the lead.
And great little jump right there by Stella. You gotta have the right amount of time to do it, and thankfully he did not have anyone around him, so he gets a great little jump up, and now it's 3 down for this Str8 roster.
Fantastic play. We saw 3 assist medal pop up there for Stella, doing a great job just anchoring that nest stronghold, and Rain playing very, very sneaky here. Has that SMG. Anyone who tries to pop in here is going to be found. But if you ask me right now, I would like to go to a Astro listen-in with Str8 Rippin and see how they're getting on.
You go push with this.
Go on driveway, guys.
I'm getting 80 for posters.
Go on driveway.
Hey, I'll push blue. I'll push blue.
I'll go.
Cafe.
They don't have market.
Cafe. Yo, fire pushing.
Watch out, driveway.
2 fires. 3 yards.
Driveway still.
2 yards. Alright, save that. Go to nest.
You gotta go to nest.
Yo, in flowers also.
Camo time.
They have shotty in yard. Top yellow, 2 flowers.
Alright, we gotta make sure we get this.
I'm nade light.
In yard weak, gas for now, full shield. Cafe got me, We did not have nest.
That's where.
Camo's up now.
That's where.
Get the camo.
That's for
Wait, that's for the camo? Alright, got me.
Go stay fast. Three,
we're just nest. Someone's top blue right behind you. Top blue rip behind you.
Mad loop.
He's in cafe. Alright, watch top yard.
I'm watching it.
Weak cafe, weak cafe.
Yeah, kill cafe. Key yard.
I'm watching.
So let's go top yard. He's gonna drop in. He's gonna drop in.
Watch out.
I got
Nice.
Nice.
Back yard, yard.
I'm going behind him.
Top blue.
Got shot.
RBR one shot.
I'm looking.
Get top blue. RBR one shot.
Shot.
You have help,
Yo, flowers, glass or
Hey,
something.
top. I got players.
By yourself, Aaron.
We got
One
me.
yard. I can go.
Well, Str8 seem to be having some problems at the moment. It was the camouflage from Penguin as well. He's managed to pick that one up. Comes up behind APG as well. That's going to be 2 dead for the guys on Str8 Rippin. It seems like Team Liquid have a commanding lead at this point. We have Penguin patrolling around this top yellow area and the light rifle with this shotgun. Going to find one player here. Another player is going to be in front of him, top yellow. Going to take him down potentially as well. But Stella comes in and shuts that one down. Hines with the big kill, but look at the score now, Ghost. 92-35. Team Liquid just moments away from closing this one out.
That camo grab was so crucial. He had the shotgun and then just really went to town with it. Penguin is known for grabbing the power weapons and the power-ups and controlling them extremely well. And I guess Plaza Strongholds, just the same story.
Well, we almost gave the game away because Str8 Rippin have turned it round just like that. A momentary triple cap, but they do have control of that ideal setup. They do have the nest and bottom mid. Renegade has picked up a kill. Penguin has managed to get himself a shotgun again, though. So any close range battles, he's going to be winning, but he's actually going to be flanked here by Hines. So let's hop over to Richie Hines as he's trying to pick up a double kill here, but Renegade comes in to help him out. And look at this. The game, once again, has changed. Total control now in the hands of Str8 Rippin.
And this is a huge deal right now. Not only do the Str8 Rippin roster, they have this lead, right? But they still even have potentially one chance to give up a stronghold. It is going to be a little bit, particular with that time, but with 96 points for this opposite roster, it looks like they do at least have a chance for Str8 to make a play.
They do, but they cannot make too many mistakes. It is all about perfect halo at this point from Str8 Rippin. They're trying their best. Renegade has picked up a couple of kills here. One in the kill feed with that shotgun. Richie Hines now going to be pushing through, and that camouflage is up. This could be the game. If Str8 Rippin get hold of this one, they could push this one all towards its limit, but if the guys from Team Liquid manage to get hold of it, and it's actually Rain who's managed to get away with it, so let's hop over to him, see what he can do with this. If he can get back into the game, this could be huge, but he's going to be taken down.
That was a very big kill, making sure that Rain did not get away with that camo so that he was not able to milk any time in any of these other hills.
Well, Str8 Rippin here, trying their best to stay in this game. APG's going to have to make a play on this nest. He's getting shot in the back. It's going to be a huge kill if he can get it, but 2 players from Team Liquid are up in that nest. They are going to capture that nest, so let's hop over to Liquid. Rain does fall, but this looks like it could be the game. Liquid going to take game number 1 and go up 1-0 in this series.
Very, very commanding finish by Team Liquid. We saw Str8 Rippin kind of pull away at one point, but it just really came down to the power-up pickups, in my opinion.
Well, Team Liquid go up 1-0 in the series, as we said. Just felt like Str8 Rippin just gave themselves a little bit too much to do after that really, really strong start from Team Liquid. But, I mean, as they have all tournament, they have made a hell of a stab at it. They got themselves back into the game as we see the stats on board. Penguin with 16-9, a huge, huge game from him.
Yeah, I mean, the guy was absolutely dominating. He had camo, he had shotgun. He was controlling shotgun the whole time. I know that a lot of players aren't really too fond of going for it in the yard because players don't want to triple cap, they don't want to push. But if you look at Snipe Down, you look at some of these other top players, they do a phenomenal job at controlling that shotty.
And overall, Team Liquid did actually outslay their opponents there. They had 54 kills in comparison to Str8 Rippin's 41. So a great job from them picking up those kills. As you say, the camo being so effective in that game. And really the difference maker between the two teams.
But now we're going to switch over to Coliseum Team Slayer as the second game mode. And as we've seen, or as I've witnessed this weekend, it looks like Renegade kind of has his feet grounded in that map. So I got to say that we might have to keep an eye out for him with that sniper rifle. But I cannot take away anything from Stellar, Eco. Those guys are amazing at controlling the sniper side of the map. So curious to see what they do in the second game.
So if you have just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, 100-77 was that first game on Plaza Strongholds. As you say, Ghost. Second game will be Coliseum, Slayer, and then the third game, Fathom, Capture the Flag. If needed, which more than likely, knowing this weekend, we will have Empire Strongholds, followed by a Game 5, Eden Slayer, more than likely 50-49, that sort of thing. But, I mean, this series is hotting up already. 2 well-balanced teams once again, and it just seems every series that we get into at the moment, it's just you cannot predict a thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and it's funny because I was actually hanging out backstage watching the Optic Envy match, and these Liquid guys and these Str8 Rippin guys, they're friends, I mean, in a sense, right? They're hanging out, they're sharing words. They're not, this Optic versus Envy clear-cut rivalry where, you know, there's a lot of distaste between those two rosters. Instead, it seems like, you know, they like to have fun. They like to play with each other. And for what it's worth, I think they're doing that right now. And so we'll see what happens on this Coliseum Slayer. Maybe there's no bad blood in this match, and I guess Liquid is just kind of pulling away. It seems like Str8 fought with a little bit more ferocity when they were on that feature station. So maybe we can kind of see APG and Ace turn it around here, because those guys were sticking out on that feature station, and they did not come to play in that game 1.
Well, looking at Team Liquid again, there's one player that I want to highlight a little bit. That's sort of, it's been that duo with Stella the whole time, but again, not one of those massively talked about players. It's sort of one of the up-and-coming players that's broken out in Halo 5. But talk to me a little bit about Eco and what he brings to this Team Liquid lineup. Well,
I think that anyone who knows Eco kind of refers to him as just Kevin. He's just this down-to-earth guy, extremely well-rounded player, kind of goes for the win. He goes for the objective. He gets the clutch kills. He goes for control. It's a very odd role that Eco plays, but he could seemingly fit into any team with the way he plays Halo 5. So he's found his spot. He's been moving up the chain ever since the game has launched, and here he is in, obviously, now the loser bracket semifinals. I mean, props to him.
Well, game number 2 is getting underway. It is going to be Slayer on Coliseum, 50 kills to win, as you see there. We're going to start this one out with Kevin, a.k.a. Eco, and see what he can do. Looks like he's going to be pushing down into this trench to start with. Interesting strategy here, Ghost. What do you think he's trying to do?
It looks like he's, I don't know, maybe watching for a flank, waiting for the rockets to, I guess, be naded. I'm not sure where those rockets came from, but ridiculous rocket coming out of Renegade. He saw the grenade and then just predicted where to shoot it.
And what a strong start here coming in from Str8. That was quite difficult to say. 3-0. They have the rockets in their hand as well. Renegade once again controlling these power weapons for the Str8 Rippin squad. Ace has found himself a sniper rifle as well. That Renegade rocket is going to connect, but doesn't actually finish that kill. Stella answers back. 3-1 now. Team Liquid have managed to get themselves a kill on the board, but I like what I'm seeing from Renegade here. Not giving that away, but does miss that rocket, but finally takes down Rain.
I gotta say, I liked his self-discipline there, his patience. He didn't fire just that swirly rocket into the grass out of fear of death. Instead, just kept his composure, backed up. We saw him get that one rocket kill. Unfortunately, killed himself, but still a solid play.
Eco now with that sniper rifle, putting it to use, finds one player on the elbow there, takes him down. That was Ace, but still coming under heavy fire here, but has managed to momentarily get out of dodge with that sniper rifle, but Renegade once again shuts him down. Let's hop over to see what APG's doing, see if he can pick up a few kills for his squad. Splinter grenade does go in. Another player is above him. He's got all sorts of problems right now. Penguin comes in and finishes him off with that AR, but Penguin is going to be traded out. Let's stick with APG through this death cam though and see what he can do off the respawn. Renegade cleaning those ones up. Str8 Rippin now with a 10-8 lead.
Yeah, just small 2 kills, but as this match goes on, they could edge it out a little bit further. Great job by APG staying alive, making sure that he doesn't give away any free deaths. And now looks like Rain was looking, potentially screen watching, and just jumped in there, barreled in there, tried to get the kill on APG, but was not ready for the grenades that were waiting for him.
Well, there's one thing that always excites me as a man with a sniper rifle in his hands, and that is going to be Renegade. We have seen what he has done this weekend already with this weapon. Trying to find the player. Oh my! That's why we switched to him. Renegade lighting it up the place here. Eco going to be taken down. Now pushing it across to the sniper side of the map. Trying to just zoom in and find a player in front of him. Misses the no-scope, but hits the second no-scope. Taking down Penguin. Renegade is a machine.
It's very rare that when a player gets a sniper, I get a smile on my face. And when this kid grabs it, I mean, can we just switch to him every time? Because there's just something about it. He's always on point. He knows where the guys are coming from. And he lines up that level headshot. Just phenomenal sniper. You don't see it too much.
Well, he does manage to hit beautiful shots there on Penguin's taken down. Hines has managed to get hold of the rocket launcher as well. Hines picks up a double kill, but Hines actually picks up a triple kill, I believe, in the kill feed there as we are watching Renegade. But I really like what I'm seeing here. They have cleaned out the red base, and I love seeing this rotation from Renegade.
Great rotation, and I got to give a shout out to Renegade for the killing frenzy.
A killing frenzy from Renegade.
I mean, it's something that you only really see with Neighbor with these rotations, just flying around the map, knows exactly where to look, waiting for the next sniper, logs that one, 25-13. This kid is just commanding this game into his team's lead.
And you know that he's just wanting to pick up that ammo as well. He's only got a couple of shots left with this rifle. Reloads. It looks like his teammates are cleaning out sniper side as well, so he could have a free run at this sniper rifle to pick it up. There is a player sneaking around the corner though. He's coming under heavy fire, trying desperately to get away. The player is going to challenge momentarily. I thought he was going to get that kill, but somehow the survivability of Renegade right now.
Someone dropped
and he found the sniper.
Someone must have dropped it, or maybe it was a plasma nade that just swung it into his hands, but it seems like it just is God just wants him to have that.
When
sniper.
it's your day, it is your day. And Renegade is putting on a show, still on that killing frenzy as well. Scoping in now on that blue window, looking for any player. Sees the shadow of that player. Decides to back out though. The rocket launcher will be coming up in 10 seconds as well, and you know that Renegade's going to be focusing his attention that side of the map as well. Any players who poke out on this blue elbow, you know he's not going to miss, so it's going to be very important for Team Liquid here to try and get back into this game. Misses that shot there, does manage to stay alive, but another kill goes down to Renegade, 32-14.
And he's aware where these spawns are coming in. He knows that they're at blue flag, just positioning himself so perfectly. Now his teammates left red base. He's trying to make sure that they don't spawn red corner, and if they do, his sniper is waiting for him, clearly communicating to his team. I know Hoaxer is behind them, making sure that there's no spawn left untouched.
And one thing to point out, Renegade in this game is currently 14-1. I do want to give some of the other players love, but you cannot change off of this man right now. He is 12 kills into this kill streak. He picks up another kill there on Stella. That's 13 kills in a row now for Renegade.
No!
Can he make it 14? Yes, he can. One away from the running riot. 37-15. Renegade is taking over this game.
He was born with the sniper, it looks like. I mean, it's very rare, right? We know Snipe Down, we know Neighbor, Gandhi, but I think Renegade might have just etched himself into that category. We will have to see if he connects. No, unfortunately gets cleaned up, but I mean, the score is pretty hefty lead, 38-18, up by 20 kills. But now both power weapons do fall in the hands of Liquid, but now fall potentially in the hands of Str8 Rippin. We will have to see who grabs those rockets.
Well, I'm going to actually give Renegade a little bit of time off of our cam at the moment. He has been lighting it up. He was 14 kills in. I thought we were going to see the running riot, but unfortunately he was taken down. APG now on board with him, trying to locate this player bottom mid. It's going to be Rain, but Richie Hines has actually found that sniper rifle now, so let's pop over to him! And what a moment to go over to him, showing that everybody on this Str8 Rippin lineup can do it! Richie Hines showing Renegade that he's not the only one who knows how to use that weapon.
Oh my god, and I got to call out Richie Hines' stats right now, 14-5 and 9 assists. So while Renegade's 17-3, he only has 2 assists. Richie is slaying, assisting, APG has 11 assists. This team is on fire.
This is Halo, to quote my good friend Richard Sims back home. Shout out to you back home, Richie. And speaking of Richie Hines has been lighting up here, trying to get those rockets. And I mean, we're going to look at the power weapon kills coming in from Str8 Rippin. 15 kills in this game with those power weapons.
And how many on Liquid?
One.
Just a breadstick. just a little breadstick. And you're talking about Team Liquid, folks. These guys are notorious for controlling power weapons. It's what they do best. And for them to have one power weapon kill, it's almost unheard of.
Richie Hines, you know, Richie Hines was moments away from essentially retiring from Halo. And look at this right now. But Eco has managed to get a rocket launcher, but he's going to be temporarily taken down. Let's go over to Rain now. He's going to have to hit every single bullet in this gun if he wants to get his team back into it. They are just 2 kills away from losing a game number 2 and tying up the series 1-1. Str8 Rippin, they're giving us a hell of a series so far today. They're looking to just give us another one. Rain is going to land the beatdown though. They are just 1 kill away though, and Str8 Rippin, they close out game number 2.
Well, look who's standing up first. The young buck, Renegade.
Really?
I mean, you just gotta give just props to that kind of kid. I mean, when we saw, I believe it was Hook last year during the MLG regionals, when he was winning with his team, it seemed like he was always so humble, always standing up, making sure that everyone was, you know, just collected and in the same mentality. So I got to give props to Renegade. I know that he went off, but rather than sitting there and waiting for his teammates to give him props, like some snipers do, he stood up and gave props to his whole team supporting him. Amazing supporting cast.
Incredible statistic line there from Renegade. 19-6 from him, but looking across the board, as you say, incredible stuff. And shout outs to APG there. I know you love your support players. Ghost, you used to be one yourself, and he had a hell of a lot of assists helping out his team there. On the Liquid side, not too much to shout about. Penguin holding it down, but that was the Str8 Rippin show. Those power weapons really came into effect. And
it looks like he only, I guess, 5 Magnum kills. I was hoping to see the sniper as his tool of destruction. Oh, wait, that was Eco, I believe. It was a little bit odd. Oh,
it
Renegade
was.
the
You
sniper.
saw it momentarily.
We saw the frame. Everyone saw the frame.
He was 1 kill away from that running riot, and I think if that would have happened, it really would have topped off that performance. But here is the series so far. If you have just joined us, tweet the stream out as well. Let's get everybody having their eyes on this Halo. First game, Team Liquid 100-77, taking Plaza Strongholds. Str8 Rippin answering right back with a dominant performance on Coliseum Slayer. 50-34 going into game number 3 now. It is Fathom capture the flag.
And I gotta say, this is the moment where Team Liquid needs to turn it around. We know that they are so good with the railgun camo combo on this map. They're so good at controlling top mid. I was talking with Penguin actually backstage, and he had some choice words for EG, not in a bad sense, but just saying it was a little bit weird playing them on Fathom Capture the Flag. They have a lot of cohesion. They're moving around the map together. They work on the fly, but it's not to the same degree of control that this Team Liquid roster possesses. They make sure that there's always a guy top mid. There's always one helping him out as well. So whether it's a light rifle or what have you, it seems like Team Liquid is just extremely, extremely good at Fathom CTF.
And that young man on your screen there, Renegade, has announced himself to the Halo world in a hell of a way right now. We're looking across, Ace looking calm and collected
16.
like he always does. And, you know, you got Richie Hines there. You know APG is going to get hyped if they win this series as well. So Str8 Rippin answering back in the series, but as I say, tied up 1-1. No one in the lead as yet, so we've got a long, long way to go. And Ghost, I think our prediction of a game 5, 50-49, you know, you can't put it past the way this tournament's been going at the moment. But we are going to be loading into the game as soon as possible. Fathom capture the flag. What are you expecting to see from these two teams?
I hope to see someone on this Str8 Rippin roster kind of shut down either Penguin or Rain or potentially even Stellar, getting that railgun. I mean, even throw it off into the submarine depths if you need to, because it's something that we used to do. I mean, when I was playing against the likes of Killer N or Gandhi, a lot of times we would spawn BR tower in the first initial start of lockout, shoot that one barrel that makes the sniper fall off the map. Next thing you know, you don't got to worry about that guy anymore. So you never know. Maybe they just throw the railgun off a few times. Not entirely sure what the strategy is for this Str8 Rippin roster. So we'll have to kind of, you know, see what their plan is. But I mean, it's going to be an uphill battle. I'm not going to joke around with that. It seems like Team Liquid is really just the most dominant team on this map.
Well, Team Liquid have it all to do. They have to answer back to Str8 Rippin's performance in that last game. And a quick camera shot we saw there of the coach Hoaxer behind, obviously, Alumnite's brother on Team Envious. Yep. And he really was on top of those power weapons, and it really made a difference in that last game. And with the camo and the rail on this, do you think that's going to come into effect again?
I think it's definitely going to come into an effect. And I also got to give a shout-out to both of those brothers. I mean, for them to just kind of, you know, come off of professional gaming and then just move into coaching and obviously on 2 top 4 teams. Amazing, amazing work.
Capture the flag on Fathom is game number 3 then. First of 3 captures. Let's start this one off with Stella. He's been a little bit quiet so far in this series, but he's going to be pushing this player who's trying to flank early on. And Stella is going to take that player down. But Eco is going to take the second kill here for the guys on Team Liquid. So a strong start from them. Let's see what's happening on the other side of things after this battle as Stella's taken down. Pop over to Renegade as I believe we have some statistics to pop up from this tournament as well as he takes down... that's Rain, sorry, he took down there, aggressively pushing it across the map. And talk us through these stats you can see.
I mean, look at his kill-death ratio, 1.8. And then you look at the rest of the St. Louis player average, it's under 1. This guy is just, he's a force. He's a force to be reckoned with. And every single place he goes, you have to be wary of it. You never know what he has behind any of these hallways, these closed doors, whatever it is. Renegade is always waiting to strike.
Well, let's go over to Liquid now, and Penguin playing sneakily in the treehouse, going to be pushing the elbow potentially here, and it looks like a push is coming in from Team Liquid. You can see his teammate Eco pushing the front of the base. Player is going to be trapped in the gen and on the porch. They're desperately trying to stay alive, and it's Renegade actually managing to pick up a kill. It's going to be Eco, though, who takes down Hines. So this could be potentially a flag, a run going down. I really believe the railgun was in effect, though. It's actually Renegade who has that railgun as well. So we'll see what happens with this flag run as 2 players are going to be challenging. Penguin somehow manages to stay alive and take down that player. Stella picks up another one, but that flag is now actually being run by Stella. So let's go over to him and see if anything can happen.
What a wild strategy for Penguin to throw the flag in elbow, stop, wait to help out his teammate. He knew that the Str8 Rippin roster was going to kind of flail back into their base, trying to get Rain, who is staying alive, and they just waited. They waited for spawn cycles. It's something that I haven't really seen since midship neutral bomb, waiting for, you know, excessive amounts of spawn killing to ensure that flag cap, or excuse me, that bomb. So now we have Stellar and the rest of Team Liquid doing just that in Fathom capture the flag.
Well, he's having to do some defensive work here as the Str8 players are pushing aggressively on his base. That flag is out as well. Renegade still has control of that railgun though, so I'm going to quickly pop over to him. That camo player is going to be taken down. Let's stay on board with Stella though, actually, because he seems to be doing quite a bit of work here, shutting down that camo as it came up. Going to be finding this player on the porch. Put some shots down on Heinz. Actually going to get some help from his teammate Eco there to take him down. And it looks like Team Liquid have managed to lock down top control.
Yeah, Heinz committed to that battle just a little too early. It looked like he got the call out from Stellar. He was getting his shields back. And then next thing you know, Team Liquid cleans him up. So definitely needs to move a little bit more. I know that Heinz is a support player. Always kind of post up in previous Halos. But you need to keep moving around in Halo 5.
Well, let's go to Eco now, see what he's doing. All of his teammates seem to be taking the limelight at the moment. Trying to push in here. That flag is out as well, so I like what I'm seeing here from Eco, not pushing this one too hard. Backs Renegade down into that gen as well. Going to be putting some shots across that at the moment. He's just been a distraction, but Ace is too wise to that. Let's go over to the experienced man himself. Putting some shots down with that live rifle, just trying to clear out his own base, but here comes the push, but fantastic shots coming in from Ace there to take him down.
Yeah, these guys are just running a million miles an hour. It looks like both teams are kind of just countering each other's pushes. You know, Str8 Rippin seems to be primarily on defense right now, but it looks like they're just trying to do their best to maintain the camo control, maintain that railgun. It's a little bit tough though. It doesn't seem like there's. I know that we have the Team Liquid roster up by 1, right? But it doesn't seem like that.
Back and forth at the moment. Eco picks up a kill, but Heinz is going to trade that one out. So let's go over to one of the Team Liquid players. Let's see what Rain's doing at the moment. That camouflage is going to be coming up pretty soon as well. And the importance of that camouflage, it seems like every time that comes into effect, sometimes we at least see a flag pull, but sometimes we do see it convert.
Yep, and the railgun coming up now in 6 seconds, so be wary of that. It is going to be bottom mid. We'll see if a player is waiting for that on either roster. And right after that, we have about 8 seconds until this camo pops. So big plays coming in.
Go over to APG because he does have that railgun. See if he can put it to use. So his teammates have been so effective with power weapons. APG lands that shot, desperately trying to stay alive. Couldn't decide whether to thrust or ground pound there. He's going to be taken down. Let's go back over to Penguin here as he is a 1v1 with Ace. Ace wins that one. Let's give him the cam because of that. That camo is up as well. And I believe who else but Richie Heinz has picked that one up.
Wow, and he does finish a huge kill top mid on Eco. It looked like Eco might have gotten the best of him, but then Richie Heinz turned that battle around. As we know, he's pretty common at doing that. I mean, the guy's had a great shot for, I don't know, about 7-8 years, so no different today.
Yeah, he knows Halo inside and out, and he's just playing this one perfectly at the moment, just waiting and biding his time to try and get these slaves in the base before they continue running this.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
a double kill for Richie Heinz, and if I know anything about Richie Heinz, he's going to go straight for that flag, but Eco, more than aware of what was happening there, managed to shut that one down, so great plays from that young man.
Yeah, and that could have been a very big play right there. Heinz maintaining that camo control all the way up into the engine room, but then unfortunately just got a little bit too cocky as he tried to go for that flag run. Wasn't aware that his 2 teammates died, and he got cleaned up.
And look at this push coming in here from Team Liquid, doing their best to just confuse all of the Str8 Rippin players. They managed to get a pull momentarily, but it looks like Str8 Rippin more than aware. Oh my god! Eco destroying Renegade and saying, you're not just the highlight player on this match. He's trying desperately to force that flag through, but once again, it is Ace on the side of Str8 Rippin shutting down that run.
Yep, and now the railgun popping in about 24 seconds. As you see, is right in front of you, bottom middle, but we're going to try and get top control as Ace kicks it into top mid. Great job by him, but it looks like he gets the best of Rain. But there's another player, and that's Stellar from Team Liquid, gets a double kill, and now there's 2 down for Str8 Rippin.
Well, let's go over to Stellar now. After picking up that double kill, thought he was going to get his shields there, but did decide to sprint instead just to get across the map ever so slightly quicker. Now pushing aggressively on the base of Str8 Rippin, decides to just go for that pull, and I like what I'm seeing here. Didn't see any kills in that kill feed, so waiting for his teammates to pick up a few slaves before he tries to force that one. Rain picking up a couple of kills here. But the railgun has actually gone into the hands of Ace, and he's put it to use. But just as I say that, he's going to be taken down.
And the camo is about to pop in 3 seconds, it looks like. So we're going to see if anyone is going to maintain control of that. It is top mid. Renegade just trying to do his best to stop this flag run by the Team Liquid roster. But Penguin locking a huge double kill before he gets cleaned up by Ace. And it looks like Rain is going to try and grab that camo. We're not sure if he's going to get it.
I believe that camouflage was actually burnt. So it's going to be Renegade trying to just get control of his own treehouse again, doing the sneaky jump to top mid, going to find that player, but Rain knocks him straight back down into the garage. Let's go over to Rain, see what he's doing. Wild light rifle shots, that's a difficult one to say. Doesn't manage to land too many of those, but the player comes in to clean him up. Stella manages to pick up a kill as well. Stella picking up a double, looking for that triple kill on Renegade. Oh,
out of ammo.
Renegade clutching up though and managing to shut him down. So let's go back over to that young man as he falls. The death finger solidly in effect right now. Ace once again trying his best to play some defensive work, and Team Liquid have 3 down.
And as you see now on your screen, Ninja05 as the gold rec pack. Redeem it at halo.gg.com for a brand spanking new gold rec pack.
Well, Ace seems to be the person who is putting up all of the last minute clutch ups for his squad whenever they're under pressure. Renegade now putting some shots down on Penguin, forces him to back down. The challenge will potentially come in. The ground pound comes in. Here comes Penguin. It's a flying Penguin, but Renegade manages to shut him down with that assault rifle and immediately holds forward. And that's what you love so much. I know you were talking to me earlier about this guy. He's so good at picking up these kills, but his aggression on the objective as well is so impressive. Picks up a double kill, and that is going to be the flag moving. And who else but Richie Hines to run it?
And not only that, but he spotted that player that got out of that silo spawn trying to grab the flag on the Team Liquid roster. It looks like he did succeed in grabbing it. Is now a railgun, falls in the hands of Stellar, and he gets a great kill. Oh no, what's going on here, folks? It's hard to tell.
Ace is trying to do all sorts of things for his squad. The flag is down in the generator at the moment. Rain is going to be actually pulling a counter cap here for Team Liquid, so I believe we could be in position here potentially for a flag standoff. Difficult position to be in. How do you play this one, Eric?
I mean, this is a huge deal. Str8 Rippin cannot make any mistakes. The camo is now up top mid, and it looks like Rain is trying to help, and he does get that kill on Renegade. Very big flagnum kill by Rain as he just holds down this porch area, trying to help out his teammates. But again, Str8 Rippin cannot make any mistakes. It's only almost 3 minutes left in this game, so this flag cap, it could be certain doom if they let it fall in the hands of Team Liquid.
Well, these 2 flags are away. One thing I want to do is find out how these teams want to get back into this game. Let's go to a listen-in with Team Liquid right now.
Where he's going? Their porch on me. I'm on
Our
silo,
our porch. I'm looking stuff. Weak. Watch out, Silo. You backed up. I got nades on that. Yo, this Silo? Pushing our nades, Renegades?
Alright, I'm pushing behind him. I'm getting shot.
We need help, Zane.
He's on our bridge. Our bridge is real. I have a flag.
Okay. They might push. Behind me. I'm one shot here, dude. I might die.
That guy's one. That guy's one. I got real guy. One our tree behind me. Yeah, he's one shot.
Zane, you're flag. I'm flag. I'm getting shot from silos.
Just help it.
Our tree probably, guys.
They're not being.
One shot our tree.
Push it out.
Zane, live. Get into our tree.
Our porch on me.
Our tree.
I died. Our tree to re.
Saw you, B. Hit flag.
They should be.
Our front window.
Okay, let's go.
Two dead.
I'm going for a touch.
They didn't read. Go for it.
Kill that guy, get touch.
That's touch.
Let's get flag. Somebody get real.
Rails in 5.
I'll help you. No, someone get it. I'm not getting it.
I saw one silo, guys. Our silo.
Flag still hasn't been converted by either of these teams, as we heard Team Liquid's communication there and what they were trying to do to get that flag on the board. Str8 Rippin doing a great job of just holding this down. It's so important for Str8 to get this return. Penguin playing this one a little bit differently to what we standardly see. And he's going to find himself potentially sandwiched in this treehouse. Team Liquid have managed to pick up 3 kills though, and I believe the last player alive from Str8 Rippin is Ace, and he's managed to pick that one up. So let's go over to Ace, because he could be coming under some heavy fire.
And it looks like he doesn't have any teammates. He needs to get this. Oh my god, Renegade just turned around and saved his push. Huge kill, but it looks like Eco now with that railgun, that's a big death, and it could get the return, and he misses the rail!
Oh no, Eco!
He could have just sat there and gotten the return.
He could have got the return. That is a misplay from Eco. He could have got that return. It's not going to hurt them too much because they do still have that flag advantage. But moments like that can change games. As we see Eco now missing shots and Renegade taking him down. You think he shook? You think that's got to him a little bit?
The railgun.
Well, Renegade here with that light rifle going to find Stella flying out here. Takes him down to 1 shot. Somehow Stella manages to stay alive. Rain picks up a kill. And Team Liquid somehow managed to get 2 kills on the board there. But Renegade is still alive. It's interesting to see what he's going to try to do here. Penguin is actually just around this corner. He's going to potentially find the flag player here. But Penguin playing it so perfectly, staying near to his teammates.
Yeah, there's a lot of defense going on with this Team Liquid roster. They know how important it is for them to just really milk out this time. I mean, if there's no flag cap that goes in, it's not going to go into overtime.
Eco picking up a kill in the kill feed. That's 3 dead again for Str8 Rippin. Team Liquid once again just making sure they pick up these slaves, but they cannot get that return. It is still on the side of Str8 Rippin. It was APG who's just dropped that one off to a teammate who's coming off the respawn for them. Liquid here in a position. They definitely have the advantage in this situation, Ghost, with that flag on the board, and they are going to close this one out. They did not need to get that return. 1-0 to Team Liquid. They're going to take that one, but what a hotly contested game that was.
And not to mention, the power-up pickups actually went completely in the favor of Str8 Rippin. It was 5-1 against Team Liquid, but regardless, did not make the difference. We saw Hines almost make some huge plays, but it didn't work out to the fullest.
And we have the statistics in front of us as well. As you can see, Team Liquid cool, calm, and collected as they go up 2-1 in the series now. They are just one game away from taking this, sending Str8 Rippin crashing out of the tournament. But Str8, they've had a fantastic performance. And if anyone's going to come back, I mean, Str8 Rippin have been the kings of it this weekend. So having a look at those statistics, Ghost, what jumps out to you?
The thing that jumps out to me the most is it's the assist. When you look at Str8, when you look at Team Liquid, both of them have a ton of assists on the board. But at the end of the day, Stellar was just really getting every double kill that mattered. And when you get double kills and Fathom capture the flag, that quick succession, right? It's only about 4.5 seconds in between those two kills. It allows you to push up. It allows you to take some ground, to block some spawns. And every single time that Stellar was getting those double kills, he was helping out his teammates. Obviously, look at that, 20 assists, and they pushed up. So it just seemed like a very territorial match, right, where we just saw Team Liquid constantly inching up, and then we saw, I don't know, what, a 3-minute stalemate where they just milked time. I mean, it was impressive defensive work. Even Penguin making some moves, right? He inched into that treehouse that one time. So just a lot of heads-up plays from Team Liquid in that last 5 minutes. Well, we go on to game number 4 then. It is going to be Empire Strongholds. Str8 Rippin need to get this one on the board to take it to a game 5 as we see the guys there getting ready for this game number 4. Ghost, Empire Strongholds. Oh, man.
Fast-paced game type. Camouflage, overshield now. Talk to me about the addition of that camo and what that can do to this map.
I mean, it definitely changes it up a little bit. I mean, when we saw the overshield out there in the outside, and then we saw, what was it? I believe we had...
there was a saw up there previously.
Yeah, there was the saw. That's what I was like. I don't even remember anymore. Yeah, the saw was up there in tower, and so players weren't always electing to go for that. They normally went for the overshield. It helps you get the pit control and everything else. But now we have the camouflage, and so at the start of the game, you do normally see teams send more players outside of that overshield. Obviously, it's the priority in this initial start, but as the game goes on, this camo does end up making a big difference. And when you're looking at these two teams, we've seen Ace pull off some crazy plays this weekend with camo. We've seen Stellar and Rain do the same. So I think that the camo could be a big difference maker in this match. But I think it's going to come down to that initial start. We've seen so many Empire Strongholds games kind of favor the team that gets that first overshield, and then therefore they keep getting it, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to pay attention to this initial start a lot. Yeah, and especially with 2 power-ups on the map. You know, the coaches, we've mentioned them and how influential they've potentially been in this series. 2 power-ups on the map. Obviously, usually we'll see those times changing, so keeping hold of both of those times and directing traffic essentially of the team about how you're going to split and who's closest, informing that play if they go for the OV, if they go for the camo, so vital. So you're going to be looking at Liquid and the guys on Str8, their coaches to help out with those power-ups, but Empire Strongholds is just moments away from getting underway. Str8 Rippin have been the kings of the comeback so far this weekend. Do you think they can do it again, Str8? I think they can do it. I mean, they've proven time and time again not to count them out. I mean, I was watching that Game 5 that they had against Inconceivable, and it was a little bit inconceivable how many shots those guys were hitting. I mean, it wasn't luck. I know there's raw talent on that roster with Boo Boo Dubu, Shotzi, Falcated. They're just absolutely amazing. But at the same time, I'll give a shout out to Shooter too. But at the same time, it just seemed like everything was going in their favor. You know, just almost like one of those NFL games, right, where everything just is going out for them. And Str8 Rippin said no. They still clawed their way back in it. So I can never count Str8 Rippin out, especially with this new edition of Renegade. So who do you want to start off with?
I want to start this one off with one of the Str8 Rippin players, and I want to actually start this one off with APG, because this guy, I mean, when it came to clutching up earlier today, he was an absolute machine, and I think he could probably going to be the player who could potentially make things happen for him. He picks up the first kill there on Rain. That camouflage is actually going to be picked up by a player on Team Liquid,
Wow!
but APG shuts him down, and a great start from APG, a great start from Str8 Rippin, and they're doing a great thing here.
Penguin should have been very well aware that his teammate Rain had already died in tower. He didn't need to get the other kill, he just needed to stay alive, and unfortunately, he challenged a little bit too much, and that was the cleanup.
Well, as you saw their statistics on screen as well from APG through this weekend, he has been putting on a show and definitely shown that he is back as far as Halo concerned. It's going to be first score on the board for Str8 Rippin. They managed to get control of that pit stronghold as well as that blue base, but APG is going to be shut down by Eco. So let's hop over to Kevin himself and see what he can do. Trying his best to work with his teammates. 2 kills do go down though. He's going to be hit by that green gun, but does manage to finish that kill off. Is going to be cleaned up by Ace though. Ace completing that kill, and it looks like Str8 Rippin still have map control.
And Ace just doing a great job rotating outside. He knows that there's a player going for this blue hill, and it's Rain. I'm not sure if he's going to get this kill. He didn't get that third plasma grenade, unfortunately for him. And now it's 3 down for the Str8 Rippin roster. That's all 4 dead. And I think it's, yes, APG will be the first to spawn. Let's see what he does. And he gets a sneaky single kill. Unbelievable.
APG with a very important pick there, but as that happened, Team Liquid have managed to get total control of the map. Let's go over to Penguin and see what he's doing right now. They're going to storm into a lead very, very quickly here, working with his teammate there to finish that kill on APG. Team Liquid, is this going to be the first time they close out a series this weekend in an effective way, or will we see Str8 Rippin once again storm back and take it to a game 5? 16 to 10 now, but Str8 have answered back momentarily here as Liquid are pushing into this blue base now, looking to recap and get back on that scoreboard.
Yep, and that camo and that overshield is coming up here very soon. You got to be wary of it, and now it is a triple cap falling to the Team Liquid. And look, Penguin, he's ready for that camo. He's about to maybe grab this silence they are and double up on it. Nope, not right away. It looks like his teammate is instead. That teammate who grabs camo, I believe, is Rain. Yep,
Rain has managed to pick it up, but he's trying desperately hard to get out of dodge here, but APG once again is hot on that timing and manages to shut him down. Go over to Stella now to see what he can do, but I've just seen you pointing ferociously at the screen because Renegade has managed to secure that overshield, and it looks like he's going to be able to use that to work with his team and secure momentarily. A little bit of a misstep there, but they do now have a triple cap, and Renegade and the team have a real advantage here.
And he saw that guy in his radar, I think, on the sneaky. Maybe not. It looks like they're not aware that there's a guy pushing towards blue right away, and he almost got stuck, did he? No, thank goodness. All right, and now it looks like Renegade is very well aware of this guy in Turbine. He's not going to give up any easy deaths, but maybe he will. I guess he thrusted back into it. Unfortunately for him, APG does get the cleanup on Penguin, as now Ace maintains control of this red base. He knows they're going to be spawning towards the blue side of the map, but also aware that they could spawn out.
Like what I'm seeing here, not overextended, did see 2 of his teammates' red X's pop up, so he knew that he had to stay alive in order to stop the Team Liquid pressure coming upon that pit stronghold. Now moving towards the tower here, a player is going to be challenging, and it's going to be Penguin flying at him with that AR, trying to clean that one up. Ace and Penguin in a fierce battle here. Penguin not managed to stay alive, going to be taken down by Ace, and I think there is another player sneaking around here, and there is, but Ace is more than aware and takes down Rain. 41 to 33 now. Huge plays coming out of Marini.
He's got a good nose in him, right? He snipped that guy out, and he got the other guy too. So, I mean, just great job by Ace. Now making sure that he stays alive while his teammates push into this red base rather than giving up any easy deaths. I know he wanted to stop that capture, but he knew he was not able to do it by himself, and it looks like his team has already captured the blue base now, then they're scoring.
So Team Liquid with it all to do here, Str8 having the advantage in this early battle here. It's going to be Ace versus Stenna. Renegade comes in to help him out. That is going to be a headshot coming in from him. Str8 Rippin managed to retake control of that pit fairly simply there, Ghost, picking up all of those kills they needed to at exactly the right times.
Yeah, I mean, it just seemed like everything just worked out for them. It's a huge collapse, bottom middle, 4 down for Team Liquid, and they got the control yet again. And now we see a Str8 Rippin is about to get this camouflage. They do. Renegade picks it up at the 742 mark. Look for that to come back up at 542, but we cannot forget the overshield. It looks like Stellar did grab it, but he's already out of it, or almost out of it. Renegade just doing his best to, I guess, get some kills while also maintaining control of this tower.
I like what I see from Renegade here. He knew that overshield play was about. He saw all of his teammates dropping, so decided to play it smart, play it slowly, pick up these kills, and then recapture that stronghold. Veteran plays coming in from this young gun Renegade. Fantastic plays from Str8, negotiating that overshield, and look at this. He still has camouflage, and Str8 Rippin have control once again.
Oh my goodness. No. Oh, no, not the stick. Oh, man, you hate to see it. All right, well, great stick by Eco. Just extremely fast reflexes, be able to probably maybe even switch grenades, right? And then hit that L trigger. So huge shot on him getting that kill. But A's getting 2 huge kills. Will it be a third? No, Renegade gets the third, and it's 3 down for Team Liquid.
Str8 Rippin managing to hold control of this map, but it's just back and forth. We are seeing so many close battles, close resets on that pit stronghold. They crossed the 70-point mark now, and that is the triple cap at the right time for Str8 Rippin. There's a player in here. It's going to be Stella, and it's going to be Renegade challenging him. Stella flies out, but there's one thing you know to do at this weekend. It is not to challenge Renegade. 72-47, but that pit has gone into the control of the guys on Team Liquid.
And Str8 Rippin has 44 kills right now as a team, and 45 now, and it looks like Team Liquid only has 38. So it looks like Str8 Rippin is actually doing a pretty damn good job at outslaying this Team Liquid roster. He gets the kill super clutch. He almost died. Does he get it? No. But 3 shots down on Rain, so that is a very, well, it's a good amount of help. Maybe his team comes in and gets an assist for him.
Well, let's go over to Rain now. The overshield is going to be coming up momentarily as well. Rain picks up the kill on Ace. They are going to be trading bases, though, at the best result essentially here. They are under a triple cap. They're going to push outside now. I'm not sure if that overshield was picked up. I believe it was actually picked up by Penguin, so he needs to put this to good use. If they want to get back into this game, they are just a few points away, but there's one player in the pit with the overshield. There is a wild Renegade on the hunt with a camouflage as well, so this is going to be a huge battle for the pit. It's going to be Penguin versus Renegade, but he's going to be shut down. Let's go back over to Penguin as Rain picks up the double kill here. A real chance for Team Liquid to get back into this one.
Huge play. Renegade must have gotten called out by a Team Liquid member because it looked like they were just waiting for a guy to come off a top tower with camo, and sure enough, they did spot him, got the kill, and now it looks like Stellar. Great double kill.
Let's go on board with Stella then, as he is heating up right now, and he really does need to. 91 points, and just at the last second, Team Liquid managed to stay alive in this game. Str8 are trying their best to put the pressure on to Stella on this blue base, but he's coming under fierce fire. Another player is going to be bottom mid, it's going to be APG. He manages to finish that player off. Another player is going to be contesting him in that stronghold, but he manages to hold them off for just long enough. Team Liquid now have the triple cap, and this is their chance to get back into this game.
And Eco finally got his confidence back. He hit that 5 shot right there on Ace. Very big play for him, but now it looks like 2 down for the Team Liquid roster, and Stellar is just trying to maintain pit control, making sure that no one goes for that. Look at that, he's doing a good job contesting. He's getting the reset, gets the kill on Renegade. Just prime gameplay.
Controlling top mid now. He is going to come under a hot challenge here. It seems like Str8 Rippin again a little bit desperate for this bottom mid stronghold. He's desperately trying to stay alive. Stella's going to walk into 2 one-shots here. Penguin helps him out. Renegade picks up another kill in the kill feed. Renegade desperately trying to do something. Let's go over to Eco though, because he is picking up beatdowns left, right and center. And look at this, Team Liquid storming back into this game. They are just down by 10 points right now.
And great double cap choice right here by Eco, while the rest of his teammates are pushing back over to red base, trying to get this reset. They do not get the reset in time, and Renegade actually picks up a huge kill on Stellar. Now it's 2 down for Team Liquid. We might see Renegade. No! Narrowly misses the Ovi grab as he unfortunately burns it, but we cannot forget about that camo, and guess who has it?
The camo is going to be in the hands of APG, and he is trying his best to stay alive, but he's going to be taken down by Penguin as well. Look at this, Team Liquid now go into a lead. It is tied up. They take the lead. A player in the pit. Penguin destroys these players in the pit. Another player is going to be in front of him on the silo, lays down some shots on him. Stella and Team Liquid are clutching up right now. This could be the game. 97-92. It looks like we are sending Team Liquid onwards in this tournament.
Huge plays by Penguin. My goodness. Woo! What a double kill.
The halo this weekend has been insane. Congratulations to Team Liquid. They will move on. Str8 Rippin, that is the end of the road for those guys, but a fantastic series once again. I think we have to ask the crowd if they were entertained by Str8 Rippin this weekend, because that was an insane series every time that we saw them. Fantastic stuff from them. But let's bring up the statistics from that final game there, and it seemed like the man to watch was indeed Stella.
Yeah, I mean, not only that, he was doing phenomenal work, but Penguin dropped 18 assists. All right? I mean, no one else even broke 15. So for this guy to come out and really drop 18, clearly evident that he is extremely team-oriented when he doesn't have power weapons in his hand. And Empire Strongholds proved to be worthy of that. I mean, Penguin just doing a great job. We saw him clutch it in the end there, but also throughout the majority of the game, just doing everything that he needed to will his team to win.
Fantastic series once again. Thank you very much for those two teams for the entertainment, but 100-92. You have to feel for Str8 in that. They had that game in their hands, and it was just, we saw Renegade. That could have gone either way. If he would have just managed to get that overshield at the last second, it could have been the game changer, but he was shut down at the last moment. There is your series layout for the losers semi-finals. Couple of replays from this series. I don't know why we wouldn't watch these. It has been a hell of a series once again. Renegade here just showing. I mean, one thing we need to point out, Str8 Rippin have gone out, but Renegade really has made a name for himself.
Yeah, and not only that, but I think that Str8 Rippin really has cemented themselves as the top 4 team here. They've proven that they can close. They've proven that they can hang, and just have done a phenomenal job at really just proving their worth as a team. And it's been awesome, you know, seeing them in the back, just having a lot of camaraderie and a lot of conversations, and it seems like everyone really likes each other on that team. So I got to say, I hope I see them stick together because they have a very good future in front of them.
I need to give a shout out to Richie Hines again, as we just saw him there doing big things. There is life in the old dog yet. You do not count out Richie Hines in any squad that he is on. He is the definition of one of those players who just plays for that W. Every squad needs a Richie Hines. But yeah, Team Liquid, let's talk a little bit more about them and some of the players on that squad. Penguin went huge in that series.
Oh, yeah, he went absolutely huge the entire series. But I think that the biggest thing that I'm going to take away from that is what Rain talked to me after that Optic match, which is, you know, we'll learn how to close. We'll learn how to close. They've been together a year. We'll learn how to close. And to see them close against Str8 Rippin, who's pretty much left the door wide open the entire tournament, I have to give a huge props to Rain and his team. Not sure if there were some choice words shared amongst them before this matchup about certain things, but it just seemed like they were just on point.
And this final kill here from Penguin, pushing that player back into the pit and laying down that beatdown to close out the game. As I say, here is your series layout. Loser semi-finals.